The Discipline and Compass, the narrative of the Book of Sirach. Introduction, the marketplace of the mind. You're walking through the bustling, chaotic marketplaces of ancient Jerusalem. Everywhere around you, there is noise, merchants shouting, politicians debating, crowds drifting aimlessly from one fleeting distraction to another. Midst of this surface chaos, an elder sage named Yeshua ben Sirach sits quietly in his academy, observing human nature with profound clarity. He notices that most people live completely unanchored lives, tossed around by temporary emotions, financial anxieties, and unpredictable friction of social drama. To cure this modern blindness, he compiles a massive, comprehensive map of reality. Discovered across ancient Hebrew fragments and Greek manuscripts, the Book of Sirach is a brilliant, down-to-earth manual for self-mastery. It provides that true cosmic alignment. It shows that it isn't just found by escaping the physical world, but by mastering your actions right in the middle of everyday life. Chapter 1, the Firstborn of Creation. Before diving into practical human behavior, Sirach grounds his philosophy in a breathtaking cosmic vision. It reveals that all true knowledge and stability flow from a single eternal source. He describes a magnificent celestial origin story. Wisdom was created before all things, and prudent understanding from eternity. She is the firstborn of the highest presence. In this ancient view, the Creator poured out wisdom over all natural works, over the stars, the seasons, the mountains, and every living creature. But Sirach explains that a special concentrated portion was reserved specifically for humanity. When a person actively chooses to seek truth, cultivate character, and respect the natural laws of the cosmos, they are not just learning facts, they are connecting with the foundational bedrock upon which the entire universe was built. This connection acts as an unshakable anchor, protecting the mind from internal chaos. Chapter 2, the Fire of Discipline and Friendship. Sirach warns that entering this path of self-mastery is not an easy, comfortable journey. It requires stepping into an internal forge. He delivers a powerful, sobering warning. My child, when you come to serve the cosmic order, prepare your soul for testing. Set your heart right and be steadfast, and do not be terrified in the time of calamity. He explains that just as gold is thoroughly tested and purified in a fierce, blazing furnace, a person's true character is refined through adversity, setbacks, and temporary hardships. To navigate this intense refining process, Sirach introduces the ultimate earthly shield, true friendship. He paints a highly visual contrast between superficial acquaintances and loyal companions. The fair weather companion. Many people are friends only when it is convenient or profitable for them. But in the dark day of financial distress or social isolation, they will vanish like smoke. The sturdy shelter. A faithful friend is a sturdy shelter. Whoever finds one has found a literal treasure. A faithful friend is an elixir of life, standing as an unyielding fortress of stability when your immediate horizon falls into chaos. Chapter 3: The Architecture of Everyday Power. The core of Sirach's manual rests on an absolute mastery over one's daily habits. He provides razor-sharp, practical blueprints, keeping your internal temple clean and powerful. First, he demands absolute control over speech. Sirach compares an unmanaged tongue to a wildfire or a leaking vessel that ruins everything it touches. He challenges the listener to place a literal padlock on their mouth and a heavy gate on their lips, ensuring that every word spoken is deliberate, truthful, and constructive, rather than reckless gossip or reactive anger. Second, he outlines a philosophy of financial self-reliance. Sirach warns heavily against the heavy trap of debt, greed, and living beyond one's means, which he explains crushes personal freedom and creates constant mental anxiety. He advocates for moderation, careful planning, and radical generosity toward the poor, demonstrating that true wealth is found in a calm, content, and highly disciplined mind that cannot be bought or corrupted by luxury. Epilogue: The Roots of Honor. The narrative concludes with a magnificent, soaring anthem dedicated to the historic heroes of antiquity, the great architects, thinkers, and leaders who left an enduring legacy on earth because they lived with absolute integrity. Sirach reminds us that the empires of pride, exploitation, and superficial noise eventually crumble into forgotten dust, but a life rooted in genuine wisdom creates an eternal monument. When we look through the vast, practical pages of the Book of Sirach, we discover an urgent blueprint for managing our lives today. It reminds us that we do not need to look for a magical escape from current responsibilities, professional pressures, or daily stresses. The ultimate fortress of peace is built brick by brick through our ordinary, everyday choices. By choosing to guard our speech, cultivate unyielding discipline, honor our true friends, and maintain our integrity in the face of adversity, we strip away all heavy, earthly doubts. We rise completely above the surrounding chaos, operating from a position of clarity, immense personal power, and an enduring peace.